spirit who could not be broken.
What's up, guys? Movie Maniac here. Guess what? It's November, and you know what that means? Of course you don't. It's Dreamworks-A-Thon. Now, I'll tell you this. Last November, I did a whole month review of reviewing all the DreamWorks movies. Even though I didn't review every single one of them, that's why I'm going to continue today. Now, I'm going to set some ground rules for Dreamworks-A-Thon. DreamWorks movies are now, instead of like I review them like every single day, which I'll be a pain in the butt. Instead, I'll just go with the usual one movie review for a week. But then at the same time, I've been thinking, wait, there's other movies I still want to review. Like last month, I saw Gravity, and I really want to review that movie so badly, except that I couldn't because I was really focused more to review horror movies last month because it was October. So, yeah. And I thought I would do it this month, but I'm like, oh, right. Dreamworks-A-Thon. So, yeah. So, what I'm going to do is that I will do one DreamWorks movie review a week. Then I'll do another one just in case if I see a movie, just in case if I see a new movie that I really want to review. You know, like again, Gravity, and I really want to see Thor: The Dark World, but that's coming out, and also The Hunger Games: Catching Fire. I would see that. So, basically, I still will review DreamWorks movies, but at the same time, I still want to review the movies I really want to review, like Thor, The Hunger Games 2, and Gravity. But yeah, so let's start off with Dreamworks-A-Thon. Now, I'm not sure if you remember, but last month I did review a Spirit, the Stallion of the Cimarron. Well, let's just say that I didn't see Spirit, and I didn't really see it full enough, and I didn't really give it a good review. But, okay, well, I gotta admit, I've seen this movie before. It's just that I don't remember. I haven't seen it yet. I mean, maybe I will redo a video of this, but I don't know. I only seen it a few times as a kid, and I don't really remember it, so it's pretty much forgettable. That much I have to say to him. I guess that's pretty much it. I don't know. I haven't seen the movie for a long time. I mean, I might do a redo of this review at some point, but this is how best I can do. If I see the movie again, I will review it, but that's pretty much the best I can do. I mean, so I'm going to do the review again because I didn't give it a proper review. So I finally got to see Spirit, and it's pretty cool. I mean, it's a good movie. Not great, but it's pretty good. I mean, let's just get started with this. So the plot. So let's start off with the plot. The plot explains about this wild stallion, a horse, was with his herd of other horses, but then he gets separated because he gets caught. He gets caught by I'm guessing like soldier guys that they need horses for the war. So, you know, so the wild stallion, the yellow wild stallion is just trying to break free and trying to get back with his family. So that's basically the short way I could say that. You know, a horse gets captured and wants to get back home, but there's actually kind of more than that. Like, you know, he meets a girl horse, and he also meets an Indian boy, which he develops friendship and trust for humans. Certain humans. But, so yeah. So, the plot doesn't sound that bad, but, you know, at the same, I do like the plot. It's pretty cool. But at the same time, I heard this plot used all the time, especially with kids' movies. You know, whenever something or somebody gets lost, they have to go back with their families. You know, all that stuff. Trying to think of a good example. Like American Tail. There's one. I don't know. That's all I can think of. But yeah, I know that there's a lot more movies that had kids movies that has that kind of plot, and that's what this kind of is. And that's what this movie basically is kind of is. it's basically sort of that gotta get back with my family plot. So yeah, but let me talk about the good stuff about the movie. The animation is breathtaking. I love the animation with this movie. It's so awesome when I watch it. I mean, it reminds me a lot about Prince of Egypt and their 2D animation. Even though there were some 3D computer animation parts in it, but it still looks pretty cool. I mean, I really love the animation. And I heard that drawing a four-legged horse about like, I don't know, like 2 hours into the film, or I think it was 1 hour of the film, that must be really, really hard to do for drawing a four-legged horse in an animated movie. So yeah, and I really love the animation. The animation is just breathtaking. Very cool to watch. Trying to think of another one. Oh, I really love the main character of the horse. I mean, I really love the main character of the horse, Spirit. He's a really cool main character. Like, he doesn't talk, which that's a good thing, because he's a horse, he's an animal. And what I really love about him is his facial expressions. Although it kind of distracts me a bit, because the facial expressions just reminds me that, like, you know, the facial expression kind of reminds me like he was a human, but he's really a horse, which that's a little bit distracting. But I love the way how they animate the emotions with the horse. I think it's pretty cool. So, yeah. And I also really like the Indian boy who gains his trust. I mean, I really like the fact how he's, like, trying to get the Spirit's trust and everything. I really love that part. It really kind of... It really kind of makes you feel like, okay, come on, you gotta trust this guy. You gotta trust this guy. There you go. You know, I kind of like that. It's pretty good. Let's see. Another one. The music's pretty... I mean, the score is pretty good. I mean, mostly the opening is very good. But most of the times with the movie, it's got all these country songs I really didn't care for, at least. But they were okay. The songs were okay. But I like the score. It's pretty good. Let's see. That's pretty much all I like about the movies. The animation. Oh! Another thing. No voices. I mean, there is a narrator. I mean, there are some voice actors with the humans and everything, but no voice actors for the animals. That's perfect. Just absolutely perfect. I mean, I love it when movies do that. I mean, I'm not saying I'm against movies that has animals talking. I'm not against that. I mean, I love movies when they do. I love Disney animated movies or anything like that with talking animals. But here, they're actually having no voiceovers for the horse, which that's great. I really love that. It's just this time you get like sound effects from the horse and everything. It's such a great idea. I wish more anime movies about animals. I wish they could do that more often with animated movies about animals and stuff. But you know, but I would like to see more of that with movies nowadays. But then again, you know, it's still fine with the voiceovers if it's good or bad. So yeah, so that's pretty much all I like. So let's get to the problems. I really didn't care for the narration for Matt Damon. I mean, Matt Damon's a cool actor. Don't get me wrong, but I just felt like the narration... I mean, I kind of felt like he was kind of a little bit slow with the narration. I kind of felt like he was kind of voicing over Spirit. You know, he's not. He's really the narrator. I don't know. The narrator kind of distracts me a bit. Like, oh, it's Matt Damon. Ugh. You know, the narration kind of distracts me a bit, which I really don't care for. And I felt like the narration's kind of pointless. I mean... the narration in the opening makes sense, but throughout the whole movie, I'm like, yeah, I didn't care for the narration I didn't really care for Matt Damon's narration. The country songs kind of gets me off a bit. The plot, like I said, I heard about it before, just nothing new, really. I think that's about all I have to say with Spirit, but... so yeah. So in conclusion, Spirit is a good movie. It's got its flaws, but it's pretty good. I mean, like, is it as great as does it have like great animation or like great as like Prince of Egypt? Not exactly. It's not great as Prince of Egypt, but at least I would watch this and Road to El Dorado. Seriously. But yeah, I would rather watch that than El Dorado because it's got better. Because the animation is so good, the plot is not that bad, it's just not great. Yeah, I'm mostly a big fan of the animation. It's so good with this. The animation is so good with this movie. So yeah. So what would I give this movie a rating? I will give it a decent B. That means it's good. That's good. So, my ultimate question today is, what is your favorite movies that has to do with horses? Main characters as horses? Comment that down below. Check out my other videos. They're really cool. Like and subscribe. Like my page on Facebook. Please email me a request of what movie I should do. One guy has already did it, which thank you so much, Dead Dreamer. I think that's his name, YouTube channel name. I mean, I'm sorry if I got that wrong, but thank you so much for that. Please, I need more requests. Now, I need more requests so I can keep myself a little bit more busy. See ya.